Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the members of the family. It's very similar in Spanish. Los miembros de la familia. Or what we call los parientes and you call relatives. So los parientes, be careful here because it's a fake friend. It's got nothing to do with parents, but with relatives. It means, it means relatives. So let's suppose a situation. Let's suppose that some years ago, I met a girl. We started going out and we've been then, we started to know each other more deeply. We fell in love, and let's suppose that up to now we've been going out and dating for a long time since then. And let's suppose that and said let's get married. So the moment finally came, and let's suppose that today we got married. Before today we were novios. This is the plural of novio for men and for women. This is boyfriend and this is girlfriend. We don't make any difference between boyfriend and girlfriend during the relationship before marriage and what you call bride and bridegroom just when getting married. That I mean, before we made up our minds yesterday, let's suppose, we got engaged. That verb to get engaged is comprometerse. Of course, we'll develop it better when we see this verb, but when we get more advanced in vocabulary and all that stuff. Comprometerse means to get engaged. All this before marriage. Sorry, here. No, like this. So the wedding's day has finally come. Es el día del casamiento. Casamiento is marriage or wedding. So now this couple that in the example was me, let's say, now that we got married, I'm using myself as an example. I am, this is me and this is my novia, but now that we got married, soy el esposo. And ella es mi esposa. What do you think it is? Husband and wife. Esposo, esposa. After a while, we decided to have children. We first had a he baby, so he's our hijo, nuestro hijo. Oh, that light there, that spot, hijo, hijo. And if we had a girl, she'd be our hija. Let's suppose that some years later we finally have a daughter, so it's son and this is daughter, hijo, hija. We use the same word, the difference is here in gender, but the root that contains the meaning is the same, hijo, hija. And the plurals, los esposos, we use the masculine form for the plural, los esposos, and in this case, los hijos. Now let's suppose that I am their son. What shall I say about them? That they are my parents. So they are los padres. This is the plural, so this means parents. The man is el padre and the woman is la madre. And both of them have their children, sus hijos, son and daughter. So the relationship between them, between the son and the daughter, is that of hermano and y hermana. So what do you guess this is? Brother and sister. And for the plural, we keep the same word, and as in all the cases, use the masculine form for the plural. El hermano y la hermana son hermanos. They are siblings, hermanos. Let's move on to further relatives, to further examples of relatives. I'm going to keep, sorry. Let's go on. Padre, madre, hijo, hija. Let's suppose that this is me now, hijo. My father's father is my abuelo. El abuelo, because it's masculine. And my father's mother is la abuela. Again, the root of the word is the same, abuel. We make this different as for gender. And the plural is los abuelos. As in the other cases, we keep the masculine form to include both of them. So this is, of course, the grandfather, and this is the grandmother. My grandfather, because remember that now something strange happened, and all of a sudden I am this person. Now let's suppose that my grandfather is referring to me. He's going to say about me that I'm his nieto. El nieto, his grandson. La nieta, his granddaughter. Sorry, his granddaughter. And the plural again, we keep the masculine form, los nietos. So we get the word los nietos. los abuelos, los nietos, los padres, los hijos, los hermanos. This is what we've seen up to now. Now let's imagine that my mother has a sister. This sister is my tía. My mother's sister is my tía, so my aunt. My mother has a brother too, so he's my uncle, tío. Uncle. And for the plural, we do the same that we've been doing up to now. We keep the masculine form and add the s, los tíos. Mi tío, mi tía son mis tíos. If they had, let's suppose that they have, my mother's sister with her husband and my mother's brother with his wife. Let's suppose that they have children. Their children will be, so we call that primos. This is the plural. El primo, the he cousin, let's say, and la prima, the she cousin. They are primos. Primos. Now let's suppose that now 20 years have passed and my sister and I are grown up. She gets married to someone and I get married to another person. So her husband will be my cuñado. So this is now the part of what you call in-laws. We have specific words for those in-laws. Cuñado is my sister's husband or my wife's brother, both of them, the same the same meaning as in English. And how do you think that we'd call we'd say this, but in the feminine form? Cuñada. And the plural again, cuñados, los cuñados, in the masculine form. If my sister and her husband decide to have children, they'll be my sobrinos, in the plural, and again, sobrino for a boy, sobrina if it's a girl. No, Sabrina. Sabrina is a name. Sobrina. So nephew and niece. So we got, yes, the most important members of the family. Something that I was forgetting to say, in Spanish, we don't we don't make that useful distinction that you do between immediate family and extended family. I sincerely think that it's a useful distinction, but we just talk about the family as a whole, and we don't have in Spanish similar terms to those that you use to indicate that situation. To end this video, let's say that as I told you, my sister and I grew up. Each of us got married to someone. So let's see now, let's suppose my case. This is me now, grown up. So, sorry, I put the eyes here. No, the eyes go here. This is my wife now. Remember that then something strange happened in the middle, and I started to be the son of the man that I was at the beginning. So now we got married, and my wife's mother, la madre de mi esposa, remember this is mi esposa, my wife's mother is my suegra. So this is mother-in-law. Remember, we don't make an in-law ending. We have specific words for those cases. Suegra, and again, my wife's father is my suegro. We use the same root and put a-o. And the plural, of course, as in all the other cases, los suegros. What is my suegra and my suegro? What are they going to say about me? Who am I to them? I'm their yerno. In this case, we have different words. We don't have the same root. We don't say yerna. So yerno or yerno is son-in-law. Son-in-law. And what are my parents going to say about my wife? That she's their daughter-in-law, nuera. Nuera, I'm going to write it again because there's that spot on the board, that annoying spot. Nuera. In this case, we can't make a plural that includes both because the words are totally different. So los yernos is only referred to men, and las nueras to women. So we say yerno y nuera, and that's all. Yes, yes. The most important members of the family have been covered up to now. Now let's imagine that I'm walking down the street, and all of a sudden I happen to meet my cousin. So I say to him, hola, primo, ¿cómo están tú, la tía y mi prima? Bien, ¿tú estás por casarte? Sí, el mes próximo, con mi futura esposa queremos tener muchos hijos. So there is some vocabulary that you already know from previous videos and some words that you have just learned. I made a cross over the words. Well, in the case of hijos, I put it under it and esposa. But in primo, tía, and prima, I put the cross over the words to indicate that we are reviewing some members of the names of some members of the family. So and in red I highlighted the new words, but I guess that you can have the idea of this short dialogue, can't you? Hola, primo, ¿cómo están tú, la tía y mi prima? Bien, ¿tú estás por casarte? Well, we talk about casamiento. We said that it was like wedding or marriage in English. El mes próximo, well, that's new. It means next month. I'm going to write it down now. Con mi futura esposa, well, futura is very similar to English, so future wife. Queremos, this is a new verb, it means to want. Tener, you already know this verb, to have. Muchos hijos, many children. So, the translation would be, well, you don't say hi, my cousin. The translations cannot be always literal. I'm going to change the word cousin for a name. Hi, Richard. Let's suppose that my cousin's name is Richard. How are you? How is my aunt? And how is your sister, my cousin? How are they? They are doing well. Great. And you? Are you about to get married? So in this case, the preposition por means about to. And he says yes. So he's going to get married very soon. So, por casarte, about to get married. A bit later we see this verb in particular. But for now, I want you to understand that this means about to get married. The verb, yes. Next month. Well, we change the order. Mes is month. And próximo is next. So yes, next month. We say con means with, but this is a bit weird in English. With my future wife, we want to have many children. I guess in English it's better if we say my future wife and I want to have many children. In Spanish it's very common. Con mi esposa, mi futura esposa, queremos tener muchos hijos. Futura, future, and in case of a masculine noun, futuro. My future husband, or in the future, en el futuro. And muchos is many in the masculine form and in the plural form because of this. Then we'll talk about this word and give the model, the whole model for the feminine, singular, plural of this quantifier mucho. In this case, as it's in the plural, it's muchos hijos. The other new verb is this one, queremos. You already know this ending, mos. It's referred to the pronoun we. We want, nosotros queremos. The verb is querer. And of course, we'll see it later. Not now. This is just for you to have a short dialogue to practice, so that you can practice some of the few members of the family that we've just learned. You can do, if you want, you can do something like this, but you can change the names of the relatives. I mean, not their proper names. The words that we use for cousin, aunt, wife, children. Well, and that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.